There are too many teachers across the country who really get substandard provision at their schools, where schools are struggling to find the time, where providers are not being able to engage in the way that they would need to, and in some cases not providing the right things for schools. I think what we're seeing today are the ingredients for how to bring this together to make something that not only helps children do better, but really helps our teachers thrive in the classrooms as well.
I think what they've done with this research is they brought together as much of the best research into CPD as they possibly can. And what's important is that schools reevaluate what they're doing in CPD and why, because quite frankly it's a jungle, and I think a lot of CPD done in schools just now is of no worth whatsoever. In fact, it's worse than that. I think it's quite harmful in terms of the time it wastes. So this report couldn't have come at a better time.
Given how tight money is going to be over the next few years, we need all the evidence we can get to show that money spent in developing our staff is a good thing to do.
We often talk about evidence in education, and sometimes it can seem depressingly sparse. But the Teacher Development Trust has done such great things in putting evidence at the centre of everything we do in education. And it is so refreshing to see an international perspective brought right here to the heart of where things are happening.
Today's important because it gets people together from all the different learning communities across the UK and starts to think about how we can work collaboratively to support learners across the country.
How teachers are supported in their learning is the single most important thing in terms of ensuring that young people's life chances have the best opportunity to flourish.
It's incredibly important that we respect our teachers and we give them the development that our young people deserve them to have. We need to make sure that our schools are providing the opportunities for our teachers to grow and develop, stay in the classrooms and enjoy and have ever greater impact on the next generation.
The trouble is we know so little about what works in improving teacher quality, and the report that the Development Trust has produced today starts to give us some of the answers, and it doesn't give us any easy answers. That's the nice thing about it. It's nuanced and it's complex. There's no one thing that you can do. But if you read it carefully as a head, I think you'll find a lot of pointers for how you can build up the quality of development in your school.
I wish we had a minister for teaching. I wish we had a minister whose first focus was to implement this, to think about how we make sure we recruit the best people into teaching, how we give them really good alternative career pathways, how we make sure that they are well led in their teaching, and we give them fantastic, consistent, long-term professional development. That would be the thing that would really make a difference, and this report is a massive contribution to that. Thank you all very much.
I've really enjoyed today's event. A wide range of people here from all sorts of different constituencies, a real buzz about the day, lots of questions about the report, which is always encouraging, but also lots of people talking about the importance of professional development and learning in schools.
I'm very pleased with how today's gone. I think it's been a good opportunity to show, to share some of the headline findings from the research. I think for me the critical thing is, what happens next? How do we make sure that this really does get out into schools and start to support a wider conversation about how we actually now move things forward?